show you the auction that I'm on for sort of continuing our sourcing. So first of all, buying from auctions is really easy. If you are worried or not sure how it works, what the process is, commissions, etc., speak to the auctioneer, because they will give you all the help that you need with bidding, how to register. So I am registered through Easy Live, and the Saleroom is the other one. So have a look at both platforms and see which one works best for you and which one your local auctions are on. Think about when you are buying stuff. Some auctions will arrange delivery to you at an extra cost, or they have their own couriers. Some you need to go and get the stuff yourself, and they'll have only a certain amount of time you need to pick up within, so it might be a few days. So consider all those things if you're going to be able to get there to pick it up quick enough. But what I would say is go on to Easy Live or the Saleroom and just have a look at any auction. Doesn't matter where it is, but just have a look at the auctions that sell your kind of stuff. Some auctions are more antique auctions. They have specialists, maybe china or glassware, maybe antique furniture. So they'll have once a month potentially more of a specialist sale. And then lots of auctions are general household auctions, so general stock. And so in there you could get anything from antique furniture, general crockery, boxes of mixed boxes of stuff, and all of, that kind of thing. So let me move myself over. Oh. So I'm just watching this. So I'll show you in a second. I'll turn around. So what I do is have a look. The auctions usually you can get on the mailing list, so they'll email you the next sale coming up. If you don't, find the sales when they're happening and go on to when they launch their catalogue online on the Saleroom or Easy Live, and then have a look through what they've got. I just make a note of the lot numbers, and then what some of them have reserves, so they'll tell you what the reserve is, and some won't. So just mark down what the price is that you would like to go up to, and then you can register any time before the sale, or even when the sale's going, you can still log on register. If you need to register, you'll have to fill in your card details, etc. But if you want to just watch the auction, you don't. You can just watch it, and when you're in watching mode, you can't bid, so don't worry about hitting a button on your phone or your laptop. So this one there's all fishing reels going through next. They've done all the garden stuff and the outdoor stuff, the sort of general lawn mowers, shed and garage kind of items, and then they'll go on to the bigger furniture as they go on. This one has a lot of jewellery in as well, so it's a real big mix of all kinds of things. So we're on lot 248. There's a couple of lots that I'm interested in a little bit later on. So I've got them written down. You can also save them and set an alarm, and you can also pre-bid on here. So if you want to leave a bid, that's your final bid that you'll go up to. So the auctioneer it automatically places your bids. So if you're bidding against somebody else, if you're not bidding against anybody else, you'll get it at the price it goes for without any other bidders, if that makes sense. But if somebody else bids up to £20 and your final bid is £25, you will win it. And just consider what they go up in. So on the bigger lots, it might go up in £10s or £50. On the other lots, it might go up in £100. And then it might go up in pounds for the smaller, cheaper items. So just consider that. Set your price that you want to pay, and have fun. But watch a few to start with would be my recommendation. If you watch them in watch mode rather than registering, you can't bid, so you don't have to worry about hitting something. So I'll show you what it is on my screen. So this is the picture of what's going through now. You got the name of it, the lot number up here. That's the paddle number, so that's the person who has is winning. And then this is the asking price, so they're asking for £10. That if I tick that, I would bid 10. It's got now current bid is 15, so they're asking for 20, so that's going up in fives. And then you've got all your lots listed here. If you want to search a lot, so say you want to search 406, type it in there and click search, and it will automatically pop down to there. And if you untick follow, it means that it won't automatically update the scroll. And then when you go into the top here, you can click on your won lot. So if you've already won some in today's auction, anything you've got the alarm set for and any auto bids is across there. So it's really simple to use. The platform is really simple to use. So you can do it all remotely. But I would recommend that after you have a look to see if there's anything that you want in the auction, go to the auction and ask them. If for any reason you just really can't get to the auction, ask for a condition report from the auctioneer and they'll give you that. So it might be that the auction is really far away, so you're going to have to rely on the auction report and then send a courier for it. So you do not want to be receiving a piece of furniture that isn't what you thought it was. Might be a lot smaller, it might be an apprentice piece and you thought it was a full-size piece, or all these little silly things that we get caught up with. So you may have missed something on the description where it said what it actually is, or damage. If you see anything with AF, that's as found, so that means that there is some damage to it, so they're selling it as we find it. So if it's got AF, remember you need to get a really detailed report or go and see the auction. So I would go and watch any of the auctions around the country or wherever you want to watch them. And then when you're ready to buy, maybe start locally at your local auctions. Some of them, just find out when they're happening. Some of them are once a week, some of them are every 2 weeks, and then some are once a month. So just find out when they're happening and then have a look if there's anything you're interested in the auction first when they put the catalogue out. They usually put the catalogue out. This one, I think it's about 4 days before. So you've got time to have a look, go and look at the thing in person, and then you can either then go into the sale room, the physical room, and bid at the auction, or if you've got other stuff to do, you can be bidding online. So that's it. It's good fun, but just be careful. And just be careful you don't get carried away with your bidding. And make sure you stick to your budget. So write down what your budget is and take into account you've got to go and fetch it, or you've got to get a courier to fetch it if it's a bigger item, or your own vehicle, you've got your cost to go and get it in your time. So and then remember that they might want you to pick it up quickly, so consider that. And some of them do charge storage fees after, so if you haven't picked it up within the time frame, they'll charge you a storage fee, which is it varies the price, but it's common practice. So don't be surprised if you are asked for a storage fee, because they've got so much stuff coming in. If everyone left all their stuff all the time, it'd be a nightmare for them. So get picked up as quickly as you can. So that's it. We're on 266 fishing rods still, and then we've got I'll turn him up a bit now. We've got mannequins, cricket bats and stand, an oak coffer coming up, oriental pictures. So it's a real big mix. And don't forget, at the end of the auction, well, this one usually is at the end, but they have boxes of smalls, and they usually go for a very small amount of money as well. So if you are trying to collect a lot of stock for car boot sales or flea markets, the boxes are quite a good idea. And you sort of more house clearance stuff, you know, people like to rummage, don't they? So that's it. I've got something coming up, so I'll just see if I get it. I'll have a little bid. And it's not anything drastic. There's two things I really would like, but there's a couple of other things that if I get them, they're just more general stocks. If I get them, I get them. If I don't, I don't. It's a leather gun case. And then at the end of the auction, speak to the auctioneer and ask them what they do with their stock after, because some of them do sell off the stock cheaply to you if you just come and take loads of stock from them. Then consider you've got to store it. There's a mannequin here. Can you see it? So yeah, lots of things to consider, but it is good fun. And I like these cricket bats here in a stand. They were nice. So I've got to go out in a bit as well, which is always a pain, because then you potentially get caught up doing another job and then you forget. So I've put alarms on my phone as well, so to remind me. I think they usually get through about 100 lots an hour, roughly, so you can sort of gauge. This one started at... Oh, this one start at 10? This one started at 10, so actually they've got through a lot more than that. This one starts at 10, it's 11:30, and so they've got through 274 lots. So it might be 200 lots an hour then. So the thing coming up next is the thing I'm going to have a go at. Don't forget the commission as well. So you've got commission. Just check what the commission is for your particular auction. And also if you're buying on Easy Live, there'll be a fee on that as well. Yeah, they've gone way too much for me. They're, what, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Well, it's still fairly cheap. Yeah, if it goes up to 70, that's £10 an item on those. Yeah, it went to 55. That was still okay. Right, so I'll leave you. There's some random item that I'm going to have a go at in a minute, and then I need to leave. So I will hopefully get the lots I want, but I'll be out, so I'll have to remember to bid. And I've got it set up on my phone already, as well as watching it on here. So I will see you later. Bye.